So if you have played Dishonored game, so in Dishonored there is this mechanism called timepiece. So as you can see here, using this gadget, we can see through the time. So when we are in the present, we can see the past through that of the same place, and when we are in the past, we can see the present time through that. So if I see, now you can see we are in the present and we see the past, and we went into the past. So now we see the present in the timepiece. So this is the mechanism that we are going to work on today in Unreal Engine. And this tutorial is sponsored by 𝐂𝐚𝐭, one of my patrons. And before we get started, I'd like to remind you that you can download this project and all other projects that I have done. There are thousands of projects that I have done to the date in my channel, so you can download any of them in my Patreon page when you become a member without a limit. So I'll leave the link in description below. And let's get back to the tutorial. Okay, here is the setup I have. So this is default first-person shooter template, but I don't need the shooting part. I just need this first-person template. And here, this is the present time, and I have the same setup but with the more old look here down below. See, so this is the past or future, whatever you want to call it, because this is like a more of a decayed version of the one in the top. So perhaps it's maybe the future version, that is after the level is abandoned for a time, something like that. So anyway, we are seeing through the time. All right, so how do we get started? Okay, so first I'll open this first person character, and then I'll add a plane. So I don't have a fancy looking glass like a mesh, so I'm just gonna use a simple plane. And maybe this is too big. I'll use 0.5 hertz. Okay, and it should be a child of camera component. I'll place it directly in front of the camera. Okay, now to avoid possible problems, I'll disable collisions for this. So this is how it looks now, and we need to render the way it looks in the other time on this surface. So for that, I'll add another blueprint class, the type of actor. I'll call it PP player copy, or whatever you want to call it. And here I'll add, we only need something in the exact same location or in the old level or in the other level as the camera. So I'll add a scene capture component. I'll call it cam, and then here I'll create a render target. I'll call it RT time capture. Maybe we need a high res one. Okay, now I'll assign this to the player cam. Okay, then I'll create a material using this. I'll call this timepiece. So I'll make this unlit. Because I only need to see how it looks, and I don't want to, for the moment I don't want to react this surface to lights, so it's more like a screen. Okay, now I'll assign this material to this one. It's dark at the moment. But now I'll add, let me go below, this player copy over here. So this needs to be above the ground, same level as the player. Let me just place it for now and play. Oh wait, this is rotated, so that means we need to rotate this. Okay. Now this is how it looks, and obviously it doesn't match because it's not moving and the field of view doesn't match. So first let's get the movements done. So player copy. Here I'll first get player character, and I need to access the camera as well, so pass to first person character, and I'll save this to a variable. If I call it player, then in the tick. So we only need to update this when we are using the timepiece. So that means we can further optimize this. We don't always need to call this, but for now I'll use this. So first we need to get actor transform, and here we need to set actor transform. So let me split this. Rotation can be directly set, but for location we only need to we should only set X and Y as exactly it is, but for Z we need to consider the difference in the levels. So here, if I hide this plane, this one is minus 12580, and this is minus 50. That means there is a difference of minus 12530. So this one plus minus 12530. Okay, and then we need to update the local transform of the camera also. Set relative transform, and then from the player get camera. What's the camera name? First person camera. Get first person camera, right? Relative transform and set it. Okay. Cool. Now let's test. Right, it's working, but now we need to fix the field of view. So we need to match what is rendered in the timepiece with the background. So to do that, how? 0.5. What's the, is it same as when I place on here? Right, okay. I just need to know the size in Unreal units. So if I go to right view, front view, okay. It's 50. Yeah, it's 50. Okay. So that means the height of this is 50, and from the camera to the plane, the distance is 80. So that means, so it's something like this. So it's something like this. This distance is 80, and this height is 50. That means half of it is 25. So again, that means if I draw a triangle, we can calculate this value. If I call it alpha, tan alpha equals 25 divided by 80. Tan alpha equals 25 divided by 80. That means alpha means tan inverse or a tan, whatever this value. That value is 25 divided by 80. This one, 0.315. 0.315. Simple. Okay, so now a tan 0.315. That's the value, right? 3125, sorry. That means 17, right? 17.354. Okay, so that means that amount multiplied by 2, 34.708. So twice the alpha, because this is 2 alphas, is 34.708, and this is where we have our camera. Okay, so that means twice the alpha is the field of view, which is 34.708. 34.708. This should match. Yeah, see, now it matches. Awesome. Okay, so now we have a way to see in to the, let me grab the gun as well. Yeah, now we have a way to see into the alternate time. Alright. Now if I want to toggle that, that's not actually complex. What we can do is let's see. Here I'll add a new input. T stands for timepiece. Here I'll add a flip-flop. I'll rename this as timepiece. Then I'll call move component to. So by default this should be away, so I'll say, and when we want to see that, we need to get to this rotation 90 and 90 and 80. When we want to put it away, I need to do the same thing, but we need to move it away. So perhaps say something like this. $10, 110. 10, 0, 110, 180, 90. Okay. Now by default we don't see it. If I press T, it comes into the front. Nice. Now we have a nice way to toggle it. Okay. Nice. So that's all I want to do in this episode. Thanks again for watching. As always, updated project files will be available here for you to download, and link will be in the description below. See you in another episode. Goodbye.